Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another Taking It Back Tuesday. Tonight, I have got something truly special for y'all. I have got one of hip hop's legends. And when I say one of hip hop's legends, I really mean that shit. This is a West Coast veteran who just popped up on the screen like, I'm trying to give you your credits before you jump on. You quick. Boy, I tell you, they always say we on CP time. They lying when it come to you. But like I was telling everybody, look, when I mean that I bring y'all legends, this man right here is truly one of the upper echelons of a legend. He is the definition. If you look in the dictionary, he leaned against the motherfucking word legend. I'm just saying. Because this man here has been around the world, and he's been a pioneer. He's been the kindling to the fire. Ladies and gentlemen, when the gloves on the wheels of steel, he's reckless. I have Chris, the Glove Taylor, with us tonight on Taking It Back Tuesday. Bruh, let me first say thank you for all that you have done for this culture and this thing that I say is hip-hop. It's not something that I do, it's something that I live. Thank you very much for all that you have done.
You're very welcome.
Because,
yes, man,
I ain't got enough time to tell everybody everything you got underneath your collar. You got a few things. Shit. Man.
Mystery. Most people, they heard about a guy like me.
They need to know about a guy like you, bruh. Because, truth be told, you the shit.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. That's all the way to the heart.
Bruh,
thank you.
Thank you, like I was saying. But let's go ahead and get into this because I got to get some answers tonight. Let's go back in time. Because I remember being a young knucklehead wanting to go see Breaking'. And I saw a young cat, back in the day, light-skinned cat, who was on the stage wearing all kind of metal with some snow goggles, rapping on the mic. Now, I'm being told that you had something to do with that in the beginning of his career. Is that true or not true?
Actually, I went online and started telling about radio. And, it's funny. The way he told the story, when he walked in radio, I was already there.
Okay.
The way I saw the story, when I walked in radio, he was on the mic. So it's like we were both there. We there.
Right.
Like we both. So you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm getting you in there. There you go.
So, yeah, man, they made a movie about the nightclub, and so they talking about putting in this movie Breaking' that wanted to be authentic.
Well, I'm listening. Go ahead. Talk to the people, bro.
I make a couple of parts with my partner David Storrs. Shout out to the Alien Wizard. And we score him in this film. Last day, basically, they say, "Hey, can you make a rap record off of one of those?" So they asked me to make a rap record. So I called the only rapper I knew.
And that was the
Ice
motherfucking T. Now, how? See, people,
wow.
Y'all don't understand. So when he just said he just called the rapper he knew, he called one of the best rappers of the game.
He's a legend, that dude now.
Yeah, like,
Rolling.
how you just had that number in your pocket?
We worked together at the club, and we were becoming like a duo. Since we, so I always tell people, like, I wasn't his DJ, he was my rapper. Like, DJs, it was DJs, and then MCs.
Right.
The music, and then MC would get the mic and hype you occasionally, not all the time. They wasn't just constantly rapping. So that's why I look at it. But we were a duo. We was together. We do it. We was like whatever. I was his DJ because he was like, that's my DJ. He was my rapper because I was like, that's my rapper.
That worked out to be magical, I see.
Yeah, man, the guy, he's got charisma, man. He can even feel it on tape, Ice-T. You can hear it. It's always been there. But, you know, it was just a wonderful experience doing the film, you know, being that guy's DJ, like being in a club. I saw later on, maybe a few years ago, I saw a thing called The Get Down.
Love that.
Remember?
Love that.
So there's a scene where the guy goes, you guys never heard of the Get Down? Y'all never heard of Grandmaster Flash and the blah, blah, blah? He goes into the club, right? And I'm getting goosebumps, right? And then they go to the club. Do you know when they walk in that club, it's like almost the exact scene from the beginning of Breaking. When they walk in the club, they show the graffiti, they show the DJ. DJ's cutting, they show the up. It's almost like they copied it from Breaking, bro. I swear. Like more so than to be in the tunnel because of the way it was shot. And, you know, filmmakers do that. Like, they never went to one of those spots. The dudes, they were some guys. So, but the trip thing to me was, when I saw that, what it told me was that radio was New York. When they had that club here, I was like, oh, our club really looked like New York when you walked in. That's why we had Sting and Michael Jackson and, you know, Francis Ford Coppola and Doris Day. We had all kind of crazy people coming up in there. Madonna, you know, the whole nine. So, but it was just a movement, man. It was like hip hop in a bottle.
Okay. So,
you know,
since we talking about the movie Get Down, shout out to Netflix. That's another, because we're gonna fast forward a little bit. We gonna hit the fast forward button on this a little bit.
Do it.
All bullshit to the side. I don't know if you knew this, but there's a person who you used to help out, and you did some work with I think it was Phone Tap, who actually, that's his movie. Nas did that movie. Now,
yeah, you know, that was his series. It sure was. He was part of that.
Now,
I think he was that was like his character.
Right.
Kinda. You know? Kinda. It's like, because I don't think it was in Queens, right? I don't know where it was.
I think it was Brooklyn.
Right. It was probably Brooklyn because it's either. So Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens are all. Who had the first record? Bronx, The Bridge, like Brooklyn, like all three of them claim to be the first.
Right.
So, all the first.
I mean,
they're all dope. They're all the first. The Bridge is over. You know, all that shit is hot as fuck. I hope I can touch on here because I will.
Oh man! First of all, you can do whatever the fuck you want to on here, bruh. That's how high-ranking official you are on this game.
With all my heart, brother.
Because just to be able to say that you watched the movie some years ago called The Get Down, which was Nas's movie, which is an artist that you got credit on his song, Phone Tap.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, too, because that song, Phone Tap, was a trip. So I got a story about that.
Let's hear it.
Sure. So when we first so this is how the whole thing went down. We was going to produce Nas and all, and it was coming to record one, everything was going down, and then Big got killed. So Big, no more New York, LA, nobody. We cut it off. They didn't come here, we didn't go there. So we had to do like the mob and go to Miami. So they met us in Miami, and we recorded the Firm album there. So when our team got there, it was me, Butter, Stu, Dr. Dre, Mike Elizondo, and Sean, guitar player, and Kamar didn't go because he had to play here. When we rolled out, we arrived, and we had set up in the SSL room. It was an SSL room upstairs and a Neve room downstairs. So we was working with Tone and Pope, track masters. They was downstairs because they like Neve. We SSL. So we went upstairs. So when we went in there, we was chilling, and they were banging something downstairs when we first got there. It was Desperados, right? So I heard that when I walked in. I'm like, fuck. We walking in on this? Like, I hadn't done no tracks. You feeling me, right? It's
like, damn, really?
It's like being in a kung fu tournament, bro, and you see a dude get KO'd in 8 seconds. Like, I gotta fight that guy in a minute. So This is just me though. I don't know what anybody else is thinking. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm a competitor, right? So I heard Desperado. So in my mind, that was the baddest shit I heard Tony Poe do. I got to top that. So now, mind you, I had this sample on a deck that it was like in a weird tempo, and I couldn't get it to fit. I just had it, and I was like, yo, this is fierce. I got to make it work, but it's not happening. So I just, it's a quick footnote. They were having like a challenge. You had to earn your seat on the plane to go to Miami, right? Between the producers, whatever. Like, that's what I heard. So they was all hitting me like, so when you gonna turn your beats in? And I was like, dude, I don't turn in music, bro. You guys compete. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna be in LA.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. So they was on, bloop, bloop, bloop. And so I was actually trying to come up with a music style. So I'm trying to come up with a style for us to have. We're about to work with the best over there, minus JC. Right. So it's like, we need something, man. We can't just go there with beats. So I came up with the concept, mafia music, which is like phone tap is mafia music. It's not mob music, it's mafia music. There's a difference. Mob music is from the East Coast. What I did was I put what I felt like my mafia movie, because I'm from LA. I've been there, but I didn't live there, go eat at the places. Like I go to, Simply Wholesome, or I go to, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I hang out at, we know those spots.
Right.
Delicious pizza, that stuff. But out there, you go to the spots, but they ain't your spots. You just a spectator. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I digress. So anyway, the challenge, they was all challenging us. So I was like, yo, I'm just not going. I ain't making no beat. That's out. Like Dre knows, because Dre and I would work side by side. He was like, okay, come to the studio, we sit down and make music. That's it. So I was kind of laughing because I knew he wasn't going to go there without me too. I was like, okay, well, they're going to come with something. Next thing you know, I got a ticket. We go in. The limo picks me up. We rolling out. I'm rolling with, actually, Kamara did go. I'm rolling with Kamara all the way out there. And it was cool because at that time when we were working with Aftermath, we were pretty tight, me and Dre, with our work ethic. And we could communicate without looking, talking, that shit. You work with somebody. I gave myself over so I could be communicated with and stuff. I can be a fully formed producer myself. But when I work with him, I'm like Spock. I prefer to be whatever he needs, whatever. Even if it's tell the dog pound, ain't no more Hennessy, they gotta drink gin.
Which is a serious thing.
Yeah, so shout out to the dudes, he's out there giving the commentary. That's correct. Kamara Cambon, who also wrote the theme to Girlfriends, which I also ended up working with my boy Marcus on with the music for many years. So trip. So we go, I have many lives, bro. I'll go back to that. So the competition, I didn't compete. We get there, we walk in, Desperado. I got this sample in my pocket. The sample is the loop I use for phone tap. So I go in there, and I didn't bring shit, bro. No drum machine. I just shut the fuck up. I didn't think I was going. They was competing. It was first class tickets. I was like, I ain't finna pay no $7,000 to go to Miami and back, bro. This was 1990. That shit was not cheap. So I was like, whatever. So, we roll. I get there. So meantime, we start working on this song. Remember, Don Robinson was with us then, and she did the Firm Biz song. So we were working on another song for her. Now, mind you, Firm Biz was not to be the single, but it was a video. And see, like, we'll do an expensive. So that's the difference between us here. We'll make an expensive video and put it in a drawer, and make 3 videos, and then go this one, put this one out.
Right.
Don't care it, but it's because it was Hype Williams and blah blah blah, and record labels, 11 record labels on the back. They freak it out. That comes out. They blow up a building, that's whatever. So we go, Desperado, I'm upstairs. We're working on this song for Dawn on the board. Dre's mixing and working and putting the bass down. I got the headphones on, right?
Time out.
I'm on the
Time out. Because you didn't do that twice, bruh. You ain't gonna just say that shit casually. Oh, Don was there. That's a member of In Vogue, bruh. In Vogue was chilling with y'all?
Oh, girl, yeah.
Come on, bruh.
Yeah. Or is doing now, man. But yes, sir. Shout out to Don. That's the family. So look, we working on our next thing. Actually, it was a dope little cut we did with Luther. I'm not even gonna tell you because somebody gonna run out and sample it. It hasn't been used yet. So
Yeah, you know somebody gonna steal that.
Bro, people don't even think on the plane that we think. It's not that we're better. We just separate ourselves from what's happening and make what's not there. It's not to be, we don't need to compete. We make something that don't exist. So it's cool. Everybody can either like it or not. You know, that's why I like trap, because it wasn't there. And then it is. And so I can like it or hate it. So I choose to like it. I like the music. I don't so much like all the vocalists, but the are on fucking fire. Every one of them. I'm gonna take all them trap beats and put Luther Vandross or Tina Marie on them. Watch what happens. And I'm gonna have real people play the instruments. I'm gonna just take that part out, play them over with live people, and they become R&B sensational smashes. That's how my brain works. So I got my headphones on. I'm doing this beat, right? So I got let me tell you. So Butter is there. Butter, I told you I didn't bring nothing. So I'm like, whose drum machine is this? Can I use it? Bud's like, yeah, man, go ahead. It's Butter. Shout out to Butter, who did Proud Family. I think he did the theme to that one too. We moved to TV too. We interlace parallel realities. So check it out. He's like, yeah, man, go ahead. I said, there's some drums in here. You want me to delete them? He's like, no, you can use them. I'm like, bro, you don't want me using these. I'm like, no, not being cocky. I'm like, let me just get my shit. He was like, no, use them. I said, dude, the only one thing we have an echo. So is anybody else hearing an echo? Because I just happened to catch that. Let me know. BTP Media Group, put up a hand and see if we have an echo. Okay, so I said, bro, whatever I use, you're never going to be able to use. Ever. And he was like, you know, that'll, go ahead, nigga, whatever. Who you think you are? I'm like, I'm okay. So, you know phone tap, right? Hey, wait, check this out. Tell me if we have an echo. I'm going to see something here.
I got Spence Diggy saying no, everybody's saying no echo now.
Yeah, I figured it was dude's system. Restart your system, come back, and don't bother me again with that bullshit. You got it, not us.
Y'all bullshitting, but this is now my superhero. God damn.
Looking at, I'm sorry, let me pull something up. I want you to hear this. So, I'm in the headphones. I'm telling dude, you know, I can't use. If I use it, it's gone. So he says, go ahead. So I use it. So I'm in the headphones doing the beat. I got the beat now. Because for some reason, I put the sample in there and it just dawned on me to just take the beat. It was like in a 1, 2, 3, like a waltz.
Okay.
And it can't do boom, boom, and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It wasn't working. So I hadn't had the beat in my head. So when I did the beat, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take this shit, put it on a pad, and freak the fuck out of it some kind of way. So I had the beat going, right? I got that sample in there. Because see, what I'll do is I call it making a demo. I put the sample down and all that, and sometimes we'll keep it or we'll loop it or play it over. You know, it depends on what's nastier. So if we want to be clean, we clean. If we want to be grimy, we do that. So that's about the most I'm going to tell you about our production styles because it's top secret. So check it out. I got that beat going. So I'm in the headphones, right? I'm like, okay, this is cold, right? I got the fucking sample now. It don't play like that. I was like, I did it again. Okay, so I looked around. Nobody heard it, right? I swear to God, I looked around. I was like, I did it again. So then I laid that shit in. Right? So I'm back there just going like this because I'm still tripping like, damn, this shit is rocking. So we always had a method, me and Dre. If somebody's sitting at that machine, we just turn it on and turn it all the way up. And if it's a piece of shit, you're getting clowned all day, right? Please. So when I saw him, it was like, the code word was, what does insert anybody's name got cooking? So he's like, what glove got cooking back there? I knew that was the shit, right? I was like this. I heard him too. I could read his lips. I knew it was coming. He pushed the button, turned that shit all the way up, right? Boom, down, 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 boom. God, let me tell you what happened. It was some music up under my feet, right? I felt the rumbling. They was working on something. It stopped. I felt it stop. This shit now is turned all the way up. The door flew open. Nas, AZ, Tone, and Poke walked in. What the fuck is this? And they sat down at the table. I said, hey, Dre, I got an idea. And he was like, what? I was like, man, I used to always tell him, man, tell him this, tell him that, because I don't really want to. It's Nas, bro. You tell him. You're Dre. And then one thing was like, you tell him. So I was like, bro, you know how people rap on the phone a little piece, like they do a little part all the time? We need to do a whole song like that. Like the whole shit, and it need to be, because I knew that their voices are so dope. It didn't matter how we EQ'd them. They was dope. Jay was like, hell yeah. So then I said, man, you need to be like in Bolivia, and you need to be somewhere else in Europe. So y'all have to be on the phone. You know, they turned into Philly and New York, which is, I guess that's the same, but if an LA dude would have met. If it was me and you, we would be in King City talking. In face to face. It wouldn't be, but if you was in Bolivia, I gotta talk on the phone.
Right.
So then they did that shit. They wrote it. Nas wrote the hook. You could tell it's Nas, Dre saying it, but you could tell all we need now is the right word or two. You know, that's Nas and AZ. That's Queensbridge. That's Queen's Sweet Flow. So that's the phone tap story. Them dudes, they stayed up there. Whatever they was doing was put on pause.
So you went there. So you went there and walked in and heard something like, ooh, and you was like, you know what? Motherfuck that. I'm finna hurt your feelings.
Absolutely. That's how I work.
Cause that'd be at the end, just the video alone. The waltz at the end of that motherfucker, I was like,
the waltz is on Been There, Done That.
Oh.
It's from a waltz on this. That's where you got the two mix. You talking about Been There, Done That when he goes that.
Okay. Yep.
That's dude. That's the baddest. I think that's the hottest shit came out of Aftermath, personally. Over phone tap, but that's me.
Phone tap. Like I
I
don't know.
did that myself on top.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Okay. So we done made this. By the way, platinum motherfucking hit with Nas and AZ. Like, I don't think you can't say a name that's not in the big leagues. Like, you didn't casually said Dog Pound, you ain't slick. We done had Don from In Vogue, you still wasn't slick. Now we did Nas and AZ. Dre. Yeah, Dre. Come on, bro. Like, was there ever...
Deuce, really. I just played a few parts. One part. On California Love, though. He's like, so you did one Tupac song, California Love. Okay, you can just reach through and go.
Wait. I just did one song, California Love. You know, Tupac, the biggest goddamn hit that he probably had ever.
I heard that record generated a lot of money. One song, a lot of revenue. If I told you the number, you wouldn't believe it. You couldn't even guess. Absolutely, I defy you. If you guess right now, I'll say if you're right. Give me a number.
Oh, we got to be 1 point something bill.
Not that high, but...
Because, see, I remember working at the radio, I remember seeing the platinum plaque.
Oh.
I remember seeing the plaques where it sold like somebody.
100.
Yeah.
$1 billion generated for that album.
$1 billion. $1 billion.
Almost. He was right on it almost, yeah. When you sell that many millions of records, all them records sold, he's got a Crystal Globe Award. That's for 10 million outside your native country. So he sold 10 million outside of America. Eminem got a Crystal Globe. George Michael used to get them because he lived in Europe and his stuff sold here. You sell here and outside of America and still get, that's like almost 100 million. The numbers are out. If people knew how much money was being made with streaming, they would burn down Spotify and all these places. Like, it's so much money. Those dudes they're a publicly traded company now. That's a couple billion. Dude, that's all our money. All of it.
I need my cut.
They a record. Not even a record store. They got a low-key radio station, a low-budget one. That's Spotify. They even got commercials.
I need my cut.
Hey, they had that. But so yeah, that was the Tupac thing. Yeah, I did. I saw him. He did that, man. That California Love. I think we did that at Dre's house. He did that in like 30 minutes, bro. I swear. He couldn't have. He wasn't in the booth that long. He was doing his triple when I walked back in there from making a sandwich. I didn't even know he was here.
Now they said it.
Or he handed me a blunt, rather. Get it right, Glove.
Now they said when he stepped out, he was ready to go.
Oh, check this out. So check this out. I'm going to explain the California Love remix. The California Love remix is on the album. That was done by Dre and my boy D-Mac. D-Mac did that. But that's the one with the Tonight sample.
Okay.
Hey, look. By Layla and D-Mac. He's pretty smart. I like dude. So, yeah, Laylaw's the gangster side. He doesn't really, I don't know how musical he is. I know he gets shit done.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. That is, what happened?
Now, because I was with, when he got out, I was with a label called AWOL Records with SIBO. And, you know, when we heard we finna do a song with Pac, I was like, stop bullshitting with me. Stop playing. I know Pac just got out. I know we ain't finna. Yeah, bro, he just called Blow, and we finna do war stories. I was like, what?
Funny, bro. You said, I just got out. We finna what?
Bruh, I was like, there's no fucking way. So, because Pac reached back down to the Bay when he did his song, when he did his thing on the first double album ever. And you telling me, casually again, oh, yeah, little song called California Love. What?
Just play Keith. No, that's all Dre and them. But, I mean, you know, I got a part that if I told you and you hear it, every time you hear it, you be like, that's love. Yeah, I made it up, too. It's my part. Yeah, I didn't play what they told me. He said, I need something on here. I said, turn it on. Bling. Okay, play that through the hook. We good. That was it. I was like Tupac. I was in there eating. He was laying his part. He came in there. We was both kind of quick. Like, I just made that correlation right now. I love it. Shout out to Star Runner Records. It was my folks, too. But, yeah, man. So, yeah.
Do you ever sit up and be like, damn, I done had a good-ass life?
Yes. I believe that every day. Daily. So, I don't know if you realize, but when you wake up, it's today. You don't go to sleep, it'll be tomorrow, but when you wake up, it's going to be today. So every day you wake up is today. You know that movie Groundhog Day? Mm-hmm. That's how life is. Every day you get a chance to do it over. Nobody figured that out. Like, that movie is life. Every day, you get older, so you feel like they're doing something, but the sun just come up and go down, bro. You don't really know you know what they tell us. We went to school, and they told us some shit, and we believe whatever. But I'm telling you, the sun come up and go down. Some days I feel younger than the day before. Some days I feel older. Some days, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever. If I get a gray hair, then I'm starting to look and see, oh, there's more. So time is passing. I see my face is different, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's the same fucking day, bro. Just do something different.
Okay, that's wise words. I never really thought of that concept, but you better believe I'm applying now.
Reset, bro. Yesterday. I fucked up. I'm doing it different today. I'm doing today different than I did yesterday.
That's genius. And it's amazing. I haven't, or anybody else hasn't thought about putting that shit out like that, because it's like you said, we were taught a certain way and we follow that path.
Yep. So trip this. One of those days, we did Doggy Dog World, you know, with the dramatics.
Here we go again with this casually speaking shit. You gonna get on my nerves with this casual shit.
Cool ass day, because we did Doggy Dog World, a song called Puffin' on Blunts and Drinking Tanqueray, and we did the remix to Dre Day in those like 2 days span, and recorded the dramatics part. Like we did all the tracks one day, and the next day we recorded the dramatics and did that other one for fun because it was time left, so we did Puffin' on Blunts. Me and shout out to DJ Jam, we did that beat together, and then Dre just, we put the shit on, whatever. Yeah, those were like mine. I did the Dre Day remix. I'm playing all the keys and bass, all that. I did the Puffin' on Blunts keys and all that and bass. And the other one I just, in Doggy Dog World, I played everything on there except the drums. Shout out to T. Grit, who wrote that bass line and played it. But I ended up playing it on the keyboard because it didn't flow with what we're trying to do, that bass. We used a lot, but we just wanted to do something else.
Man,
we don't want to do that on every song.
I feel like I done climbed a mountain with buckets of water with my arms straight out. I done walked up to the path, and there's this wise old blind kung fu man with a long white beard and clean ass white clothing telling me, young grasshopper, do it this way. Cause shit, doggy, come on, bruh. Like you were there in what was considered the beginning of West Coast hip hop. You were there in still connected to what was still great New York hip hop. Then you came back and you were still connected, and now you're connected in one of the biggest labels to ever do it, fresh off the West Coast, dealing with Death Row, and one of the hottest artists, to the point that this man has got classes being taught about him and his lifestyle. Tupac, you didn't put out, you didn't started from electronica music to the heavy. I mean, you didn't even slow down. You went to the quality of Dr. Dre. Like, fuck.
He came and got me.
Huh?
Come work with me, man. Yeah, he came and got me. I met Dre at my house. I was taking the trash out.
Huh?
I met Dre door. I didn't have to go find them or nothing. My best friend, David Jaquez, shout out to Dave, he had made friends with Dre. And he's like, I got a buddy who can fuck with you. You need somebody to help you? Come on. Took him to my house. Well, Dre was driving. Brand new convertible vet. I'm like, damn, who vet is this, Dave? I'm not even looking at the drivers, Dr. Dre from NWA. I said, oh, shit. I got an R&B group.
That was, wait a minute, wait, I know that one. Wait. Poe Broken Lonely?
Man, if you know that, man.
Hey, man.
Yep, that's cool.
I love this shit.
And it was my boys, bro. I'm telling you. So, it was funny because, I got a group. In my house.
I got a group. Fuck! God!
Yo, let me see. I didn't have to play no music. I showed up and was like, it was cool. We actually went to a few parties because it was always like, okay, let's go eat. We'd be at the studio like 2 hours. All right, let's go eat. Go spend $5,000 on some expensive ass food somewhere. I went to many places with this cat. Let's go eat. He took everybody, So, but we got a lot of work done. You can hear the music. It's just funny how, things worked out. But yeah, that was another day.
Okay, before the music, was there ever any other interest, like sports, wanting to be a preacher? I don't know. Was there anything else that ever struck?
So I started off, my musical journey started as a singer in choir. Little boy, I was like a soprano, and I was gonna go with the Mitchell Boys Choir and travel the world. They were like the Vienna Boys Choir, but I went up there, Moon River, and I got scared and fucked it up. Didn't sing so good. It was good, but not like them dudes. And I was there were no black ones really. Like the Mitchell Boys Choir was a black choir. It was a black and integrated. Remember now, this is the '60s, early '70s.
Wait a minute. Because here we go again with this casual shit. You happen to be in a choir that was getting ready to go around the world.
And sing with the Vienna Boys Choir. But I didn't get in. I didn't make it. but I was one of the last final cut. That's like my thing, man. I'm the final cut. Even in my fantasy basketball, I stopped doing it because I'm right at the cut all the time. Like either I'll just get the money or be right at the cut. I'm that group when it comes to that stuff. So I know my position with that. Rest ain't that. So I didn't do that, but I was singing in church, and I was acting like, but I learned how to play the organ when I turned 13. I went from the singing thing. I was like, I ain't doing that no more. I went up on that stage. They didn't like it. Fuck that. Fuck singing. So I was just in the choir. I wouldn't do no solos. My brother ended up being the soloist. I'm cool on that. I played the organ. So I learned from a cat named Toussaint McCall. He had a gold record for, like Billy Preston. He had a gold record playing an organ. I forgot. I think it's called. Oh wow, it's Toussaint McCall is his name. I forgot the name of the song. Anyway, that was the first place I saw a gold record up over his organ where he would teach me, and I was like, "Yo, what's that? Forget this." Oh, that's a gold record, man. You can do. I was like, I'm putting that. I'm gonna do this because my mama telling me. I had no idea it was the path to the gold record, even though he said that's how he got it. I was like, this thing ain't gonna get that today. That's an organ. Like the only electric instrument besides the organ and Rose. Everything else was acoustic. Wasn't no Yamaha, wasn't no synthesizers. Art Odyssey and all that came a little later. Now
you had to know really how to play.
Yeah, and it's 3 levels. You play with your feet, bass. You got a level volume. You use that too. When you're playing, it's all 4 parts of your body going at once, right? So I learned how to do that. You know, I did that for a while, and I was like, didn't really want to do it. My mom wanted me to learn piano. I was like, that's whack. I'm gonna learn something that is electric. So then I went to learn the piano myself. I taught myself and realized it's the opposite. Like with the organ, you play the melody with this hand, chords with this hand, and the bass with your foot. With a piano, you play the bass with this hand and the melody like together. It's together with bass. You don't work with the left hand. You know what I'm saying? You can get down, but when you playing Tchaikovsky and fucking cats, you need activity all up in the mid range with that left hand. I'm cool on that. I'm not that dude. Shout out to Bluetooth. He's that dude. And my boy Q Gullidge from 1500 to nothing. That's my dude right there. He's stuck to me.
Now, I got the homie Jeff asking me to ask you about Uncle Jam's Army reunion.
That's my DJ life. We had moved to producer life, so back to DJ life. Yeah, so during the Los Angeles, like, I call them promotion wars. It was like the Capri Club, Z-Cars, Uncle Jam's Army, Party Line Promotion, Ultra Wave, all these party crews giving parties. Every weekend it was a challenge, wherever you wanted to go to, but, you know, Fridays, radio had it locked down. It was a line around the corner of radio, like 300 all night.
But with real, like, superstars in the building.
In the line.
How you gonna keep superstars in line?
13 and over, I think it was $4 or something. We didn't sell alcohol, but you could bring your own. Bro.
Getting
that
it.
Bananas.
Getting it. God.
So he said Uncle Jam's Army. So I met a cat, Egyptian Lover. I was DJing. The way I came out on the Capri Club picnic. And yeah, I know
Egyptian Lover. Just ran casually. Egyptian Lover. Fuck.
Yeah, so check it out. What we do is shout out to Graham Mix and GMS. I'd say his name wrong in his what do you call those? You give him a voiceover. I'm gonna send him a new one.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell you. I'll get to Greg. First, I'm at this Capri Club picnic, and my boy. Only thing I knew. So the way I taught myself how to cut and scratch was I learned Grandmaster Flash on the Wheels of Steel. I learned all the moves that he did after I figured out what they were, because I didn't know what the hell was happening. I got turntables, belt-driven turntables, this mixer, trying to figure out. I had to figure out. Okay, so I said I'm gonna be a DJ. Then I had to figure out, what does a DJ need. So there ain't no YouTube, ain't no encyclopedias. So I was like, okay. So I figured it was DJs that move around. We came up with the term mobile disco. That was us. We made that up. So mobile DJ, no such term. So I'm like, okay, moving around. You know what I mean? So what do you need? So I saw somewhere, I went to the Workshop Disco, and I saw Jam and Gene, the disco machine used to play at my school. They didn't mix, they just would play records. So I'm like, Workshop Disco had Michael Califani, Disco Daddy. So Disco Daddy's like the first DJ in LA that's like our era. So them dudes was like pimps, bro. If you ever saw Thank God It's Friday, you wanted to be the DJ. They wore the same clothes, drove the same cars. They just didn't sell dope out. They had gang of chicks. They just didn't sell dope and push chicks. They got money off of making records. And I was like, oh. So fast forward back to me at that park. I learned, I had those moves. So I'm scratching. They have never seen this. Egypt Lover, they didn't do that. We were about speed. You could cut fast, triple threat, flash, playing over, not like I was doing that. Nobody was doing percussive scratching is what I was calling it in my head. Like a bongo player. I was a bongo player with the turntable. Whenever I did my scratches, I was thinking bongos. I never told anybody that. So
I'm finna tell everybody that.
And I never told the soul that. That was the secret of my shit. Latin percussion, my moves, backward slap, the way I would hit it. That's how I served up DST when he came. Grandmaster DST came, did Rocket. And then after he performed, I went up on there and did Rocket and took his scratch because I didn't even have the original record. So I took Rocket and was, you know how hard it was because it was shorter. The original go fresh. You could, so he, you remember I saw him at the damn show. So I served him up, sent him back to New York. Everybody knew. Like, my thing was to whoop. Remember I said about the beat? So it started with DJs. Any DJ from New York, I was serving them. I didn't care who. All of them. So they all got served. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. Cut Creator didn't even DJ. Them cuts is Bobcat. Ha!
Oh, okay. Has there ever?
It's just like Terminator X. There was another guy who did the records. Terminator X went on a tour. He became the face. He didn't make those cuts. Not all of them. I heard it was another Thank You Thump. So, I'm telling you, it's like that with us too. We got guys, dude, like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, it's DJs like that. Only we don't assimilate people's style like he did, but it's a layer. Like, I'm a ghost producer. I didn't tell people I was doing them songs. I really personally felt more empowered that when Dre said it was his, it was through the roof. Anyway. But it just, to me, gave information like that. So I was cool with it, always. I didn't want my name on nothing, because I could walk to Ralph's down the street. I could go hang out with the Roller 60. They're not asking me for money and kidnap me, take me to the Ready Teller.
Now we telling too much, because I done seen that done.
I ain't gonna tell what they really do, but I tell that old shit. You
Yeah.
seen that? Now, brother. So this the family, bro. And then I went to Eagle High School, so I got Crip and Blood. I'm both. Like Snoop is. Snoop had Death Row, so he got Suge and Crip. He got both. That's why you don't see problems. Shout out to DP. Ask him who was doing them scratches. That guy right there is the cop voice on I'm Bad. And he wrote the parts. Shout out to DP, Daryl Piercer. He's right there on your line right there.
Man.
Yeah, it's a whole hip-hop.
So you got the blueprint, you got the brainstorming, you got the secret code, you
I know how it's made. Shit. Shout out to LA Posse, you know what it is. Shout out to, let me see, Muff, DJ Muff LA, Gid. Actually, LA Posse is really like half Uncle Jam Army. It's all together. And then I'm part Uncle Jam Army because this is how they work. I was like Kobe Bryant. Egypt was like Michael Jordan because he's a little bit, he ain't that much older than me, but he's been out there. I was a late bloomer. I mean, I graduated from high school. I was 16. My birthday's in May, the end. I graduated 2 weeks after I turned 17. Like, I never even could drive when I was in high school. I was one young dude, tall and skinny, like a baby pterodactyl or something. You know what I mean? Like, but pterodactyl though, for real. Throw the ball and shoot up to the rim. Like, come on, for real. Still stronger now.
Okay.
All that time dunking at 50. I'm about to dunk at 60 when I turn every 10 years.
Say that.
70, 90. I'm gonna be reverse dunking at 90. Whack.
Say that.
I seen it, man. Yeah, say vegans. I'm not gonna be able to make the vegan, but anyway, though, on the music tip, it's a lot of secrets, but you know, like it ain't no. Hey, look, that was DJ Milli Vanilli shit I just told you.
Pretty much.
So I mean, people know, you know, and then all these cats, they will tear shit up with a turntable. Go fuck with Cut Creator or Terminator X. They'll shred anyone. You know, they ultimate level DJs, but that's just how they walked in. That's what it was.
That's crazy.
So the DJ life, remember, led to that question about Uncle Jam's Army, which turned out to be now hip hop in LA. I don't know about the rest of the West Coast, but it grew a certain way. There was Compton, which was, we came right after disco. So like, shout out to Lonzo. That cat was hard and wanting to be ready for
your connection.
So, there's bitch R&B. 1,000 more chicks. Back then, that wasn't happening for that. So Dre and Lonzo and them were doing the Eve After Dark thing in the 80s. I was at radio doing that kind of hip hop. We were like that. So the reason radio was that because a gentleman from, shout out to K and Super AJ from Europe. Super AJ's from, I believe he's from Bulgaria, and KK, I think he's French, or his wife was French, one of them. But they're from New York to LA, and they brought that to us. They created that club, the graffiti. They knew all of it. They knew what to do. They made that. I believe they brought hip hop to Los Angeles. Super AJ is a crucial part of hip hop, the way that you know hip hop, the way that the get down hip hop. Like NWA hip hop is not the get down hip hop. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there's levels. There's the street. There's gangster. On the street is different. You got Rappin' Forte, and you got, you know, NWA. You got Easy, who and Ice Cube. They telling a different story. He's thinking dope. We got bitches, Cubans rolling around, fucking hoes and talking shit. But you know.
No, I got somebody here asking me to ask you about Stranded on Death Row.
But that's back to my producer life. So producer life, that record, The Chronic, right?
Oh, that's just my producer life, the Chronic album. The album that changed the fucking world by itself. Because before, if you smoked weed, you had to sneak off and smoke weed. The Chronic album came out and made weed commercial. Like, it didn't matter. You had white dudes with big-ass belt buckles and cowboy boots with hats sea-walking in Denver in the Up and Smoke tour.
Smoking with a brother look like me and you.
Yeah.
For real, right?
Some more casual shit.
We smoke weed, so we just gonna smoke weed. And we were rebellious with it. Like, we got busted in the airport. I took weed to fucking journey. We took weed to those countries. Like, we didn't go there and order it or go there and go to. Man, I took some weed, bro. I went to Amsterdam. When we smoked our shit, they was running to us. We had Cali weed, bro. You can't get Cali weed in fucking Amsterdam. It was like, what is that? There's this group called the Blacks. They were like taxi drivers and dope dealers. You know, them dudes always could get everything. So the Blacks, they was on it, right? They wanted, I had a half ounce. I took it in, you know. Man, that's the first time I saw machine guns in the airport. Way before 9/11. It wasn't even 9/10. Hell, it wasn't even 411 yet.
Man, bruh, I can sit here. I swear to God, I wish I could do a little bit more. We gotta schedule you to come back, man, because I gotta get more of these stories. Because this is overwhelming.
Stranded on death row real quick. So Dre told me, I want you to do something on here. And he gave me the whole concept. He said, I want you to take this loop, take this thing. So I went to the house to make this beat, came back. He's like, perfect. We took the organ, it was a record. He put the organ intro on there, and then that organ part through the rest was loop. Man, let me tell you, Bushwick Bill did the intro, Rage, shout out to Lady Rage, Snoop, Corrupt, RBX. Did I miss somebody?
No, I think that's everybody was there on it.
On that record.
Yeah.
That the record I produced with, bro.
Jeff, if you listening, man, if you don't schedule another interview with the Glove for me, our friendship is over. I swear to God.
That's my publicist. Get at Jeff. You want to talk?
Okay, so let me go ahead and get some shout outs here before we end this. Shout out to, let me see here, Team Square, Grand Mixer GMS, DJ Don Julio, and Old School Vato. Thank you for tuning in and showing the support. Mr. Glove, you got to change your name. You got to be Mr. Casually Punching You in the Face.
That's busting me out every time. That is a classic. I love it.
Man, please, if somebody wants to
answer none of your questions, but I tell you, the Chronic album is in the Library of Congress, and what that means is it was a time capsule of American culture, of what it represented. It's an exact. If you listen to that record, you'll know what we were thinking right before the riots.
Yeah, and it deserves to be there.
There's several other records there, but we only got a couple from here. Dre got 2 in there, NWA and this one. Dre had 2 records in the Library of Congress. All right. Everybody talks whatever. That's my dog. That dude got so many accomplishments. That's what. Hey, look at me from hanging.
Yeah, facts. Shit.
That's all you got to do. Do your best. And your best ain't going to be the same every day.
I am so taking that to the grave with me.
Ain't going to never be the same. Just do your best, bro.
I just want to say thank you. Jefe, Jeff, I need this plug again because I'm sure it's so much more in your head that we ain't even scratched the surface of this shit yet. I gotta have you back, man. Thank you. Say again?
I have told you no death row stories.
I know. And I was partly there at the death row stories. So I'm like, I need to find out about all that. But
hey, Bay, man, I love y'all. Everybody up there.
Well, we in the capital of this great state we call California. This is Sacramento, bruh. I named it Shadowmento because it's my city. Say again?
You in the valley?
Yes.
Yes. Think I don't know? Oh, all that's... Look, we in Sac at the Nug store, and we in the Bay at the Nug store. Both. I'm with you. My boy gonna link up with you, man. Shout out to C Major.
Please do.
Up with you, hook you up with some of our good items.
Say that there. I'm more than welcome to. I'm welcoming with open arms. But brother, thank you very much for taking time and sharing some of these great stories with us. I plan on having you back again. I don't care what Jeff say. This is going to happen again. But thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been an honor and a pleasure to meet an icon of this game. And if anybody else won't tell you, damn it, I'm going to tell you. You are an icon in this game. Anybody got something else to say about that? Come see me in Sacramento.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out here and really putting the light on Taking It Back Tuesdays here on hype-radio.com. I'm going to try and get Jeff to get some drops from you. Hopefully we can work that out. And when we get off restriction, I got to come to LA or you got to come up here. One of the two.
I have a business that allows me to travel. I'm an essential business, so I'll be in the Bay doing some tours.
There it is. That's what we're going to do. But right now I'm going to go ahead and get off before we get cut off.
Got a bump box store there. Shout out to Bump Box.
Oh.
In the Bay. Yeah. And I'm not in the Bay. In Sac.
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet. I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to get a bump box. I can't find them. Say again?
And thank you again.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessed evening, and I'll be getting at you real soon. Thank you for being on Taking It Back Tuesdays here on hype-radio.com. Appreciate you, brother, like you can't even imagine.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Real legendary shit. Y'all don't even understand what happened here. That's a real legend. Fuck. Real legend. Thank you for tuning in to hype-radio.com. I appreciate the support. Y'all have no idea.